Hey everybody, Chris van den Kerk here at Bluerhino Safaris. Let's look at one of the coronavirus tours that I started scheduling. I think the rest of 2020 we are going to have to look at local tours more than cross-border tours. And I've started working on a few tours that will release a little bit of the built-up pressure we have of all the staying at home. And it also feed our need for getting out a little bit. So if you go onto the website under 2020 tours, you will see a tour that's called Oranje all the way. Oranje refers to the Orange River, of course, and the idea is to travel the Orange River from the top all the way down to the mouth in the Atlantic Ocean. The tour will be 9 nights in total. Our first night is the 17th of October and it's in Zastron. So we all meet in Zastron and then we travel down the length of the Orange River until we get to Alexander Bay. Now, of course, we are going to go past quite a few places. Let me show you where we will be going. Before we jump off that 9 nights camping holiday, one of the nights don't have any facilities, so bring a bit of water with, but it's an easy night, it's just that one. The rest has good facilities. And that night is actually probably one of the best nights. It's the night that you see on this picture over here. Price 5,900 Rand per person for a 9-night tour is as low as you will ever see. I'm trying to accommodate everybody that's feeling the financial pinch, and at the same time I'm just trying to generate a little bit of business for myself. So this is a I scratch your back, you scratch my back scenario, so the price is as low as I can. Children are welcome. Group size will be a maximum of 12 people. So let's have a look at the route itself. This is the website, so everything's on there, the itinerary is on there, and if you go there you'll see the map. So as I said, we start in Zastron. The Orange River comes out from Lesotho, and it basically forms the northern border of the old Cape Colony. So our first night in Zastron, we cross the river as we travel through Aliwal North, past the Garib Dam, which is in the Orange River, down to Colesberg, and then we turn up towards Richtersveld. We will sleep our second night at the Van der Kloof Dam, which is in the Orange River. From the Van der Kloof Dam, we break away to Mokala National Park. Mokala National Park is just south of Kimberley. It is one of SANParks' newest, it is the newest national park in South Africa on the SANParks list. And we will sleep there for the night. So the idea is to arrive rather early. So we will leave Van der Kloof, say about 8 o'clock, and we'll be at Mokala at about 10, 11 o'clock, and then spend the day in the park on that day. The next morning, we travel south and we head down towards Groblershoop. Again, still next to the river, we try to camp on the banks as far as we can, and we spend a night at Groblershoop, really just to break up the distance. So this is just an overnight stop for us. From there, we move on to Kakamas, one of my favorite camping spots. I normally camp there on a wine farm, gin distillery, pot brandy distillery. So if we arrive early there, nice to go and taste a bit of wine and maybe buy some of the wine. They have won a few prizes on the farm, so it's a lovely campsite. The next day we start doing a little bit of the Richtersveld section that I normally would do on Richtersveld. So we travel down to Pofadder. We don't go into Pella, we just go past Pella, and we are on the Namakwa 4x4 eco route. One night on the Namakwa eco route next to the river, a lovely campsite, the one that you saw in the picture just now, one of the best camping spots in South Africa. From there we continue on the Namakwa 4x4 eco route and we end up at Verjoelsdrift, and we sleep a night at Verjoelsdrift. And then the next day we take the back roads through Nababeep Nature Reserve, all the way up into Richtersveld, and we sleep 2 nights at the De Hoop campsite. On the day between the 2 nights, I'll go up to Kokerboom Kloof and show you what Kokerboom Kloof looks like, and we'll just drive around and have a bit of fun. It is an off day as well, so if you want to relax before you head back home the next day, then it's a nice day just to relax next to the river. It is October, so I'm sure we could swim already. A few years ago we were swimming in September already, so I'm sure that will be fine. If you're a fisherman, bring your rod, bring your permit, and you can do a bit of fishing on there. And then once we're done with the 2 nights at Richtersveld, the next day it's a lovely road to get out of the park. It takes about 3.5 hours to drive that road, and we ultimately pop out and we end up at Alexander Bay, which is the mouth of the Orange River. So I'll tell you all about the river, I'll tell you a bit of the history, we'll show you a bit of the geology on the road, and we're just really going to have a bit of fun traveling the length of this well-known river. It is also known as the Garib River, but internationally they've stuck to the name Orange because most people understand what the Orange River is, and nobody really knows the Garib except if you're a local. So for international reasons, they are sticking to the Orange River as far as possible. So join me for this trip. If you're a fisherman or a geologist or a outdoors enthusiast, if you have a 4x2, you're welcome to come. You can't tow with a 4x2, but you're welcome to bring your 4x2. There's no real issues on this route for a 4x2. 4x4 is obviously also welcome. A bit of ground clearance is needed, so Toyota RAV maybe not, but a normal 4x4 with low range and decent ground clearance will do the trick. So yeah, join me on this trip, and let's get out there and enjoy the Orange River. Cheers.